Welcome to another episode of Trappers, Trails, and Tales. So in this little episode, I'm just going to be skinning muskrats, so don't go away, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, well welcome back to another episode of Trappers, Trails, and Tales. So in this little episode, I'm just going to show you how I skin muskrats. Pretty well everything's closed except for beaver and rats. Beavers are pretty well done for me. They're getting chewed up pretty bad there now. So now I'm just going to do a week or two of muskrat trapping, and then that'll be it for the season. So again, just a short little video how I skin muskrats. Everybody has their own different ways, but the main thing, as long as the product comes out the same, basically, that's all that really matters. So I'll get the camera and I'll move it a little closer, and I'll just show you how I skin these little guys. So what I first do is I'll take my knife, it's a little pelting knife, and I'll start from the heel here and I'll cut down to the side of the tail. If I can get her to go here. These rats are still a little bit wet, and the main thing is you should always have a dry skin, but because these guys are going to get tan, I'm going to be doing self-tanning. So they're going to be going in a pickle solution there eventually, so it doesn't matter if they're a little damp. And I take it right down the side of the tail. I'll leave a little bit of the tail on it just so you'll be able to pin it on the board. Alright, so what I do here is I'll work my thumb, work it around the back leg. Again, I'm just slowly working, as you can see. I'll pop my thumb out through the other cut I've made on the opposite side of the tail. I'll pull it down. And again, I'll leave part of the little tail on there. Just something to pin to. Again, I don't use my knife very much after the initial cut. It's about the only time I use it except for the head. Again, I'll just work it around, put it off the hind legs. Right now what I'm doing is I'm taking my thumb, I'm loosening up the hide all along the back. Oh, I put my finger through the guts, which isn't a big deal. What I'll do is I'll reach up, and what I'm doing is I'm going to grab them right by the back of the head, and I'm going to peel it down like a glove. Just like so. Take my thumb, I'll work it off the belly. And I'm just pulling a little bit, working my thumb. Okay, I'll put my thumb in here and I'll just pull it down towards the tail. You can see the scent glands here. I'm going to save these. And down around his butt. I'll just make a couple of cuts, like so. Next thing I do, I take my thumb and I'll work it around the front leg. Again, just pulling here and there. I'll pull it right to the end, right to the foot. And then I'll grab it really close to the foot and I'll just pull it and it comes right off. Again, just working my thumb. Bring it down to the foot. Get close as I can. And pop it off. Now this is the part I'm going to be using my knife. As you can see here, there's a membrane, a fatty tissue. I'm just going to take my knife. I'm basically going to scrape it down to the skull. Okay. When you get to the ear, even though the ears are right on top of the head, they're connected to the back of the skull there. You can see right here. Hopefully you can see it. So I cut way back. And that just prevents the ear from having a big opening. Again, you can see it right here. I cut way back. coming down to the eye. Then what I've done here, I have 2 nails. Hopefully you can see it. Just move the camera a little bit. So I have 2 nails there. I just put the nails on each side of the skull. And it just helps hold it and gives it a little bit of pressure when I'm skinning around the eyes and the nose. Again, these pelts are going to be tanned. And again, everybody skins them a different way sometimes. But the thing is, as long as the product turns out to be the same is all that matters. And there you go. And there's the hide. There's the hide. Sorry, there's the hide and there's the carcass. Okay, so one more time. Again, I've already made the cut from the heel to the tail. And it's just a matter of doing a lot of thumb work. Just prying the fur away around the hind leg. Grab it, pull it. Come out to the other side. Come out to the other side, and again, these guys are still a little wet, which normally I wouldn't recommend if you were going to stretch them on a board. You want them completely dry. And then right now it's just a matter of reaching up. We'll grab them around the head. Turn the hide in like a glove. Push them through. Take your glove or your thumb. Work the hide away from the carcass. Pop it through. Give it a little pull down to the tail. And then just work the hide down to the foot. Stick your thumb in, give it a little yank. Some guys cut the foot right off the hide, off the carcass before you start skinning. Again, it's your own preference. Come down to the skull. I scrape all the fatty membrane around the skull or around the jaws. Turn it over to my nail. Look for that ear cartridge. Cut it close to the back of the skull. Bring it down. Come to the eyes. And be careful around the eyes that you don't make the hole too big. Again, if you were selling these, I'm sure it wouldn't matter. The eye hole was a little bigger. But because these are going to be tan, they're going to be hanging on somebody's walls, you want them as neat as possible. And there you go. All right.